There is a big nomenclature in this space, and this very big nomenclature is already changing the atmosphere, and everybody is beginning to see what we truly become of us. And by so doing, we would understand the systematic knowledge which we are spreading. 1 for 1, 2 for 2, and interestingly, the message that one should hear. You see, it has been drawn to my notice that a lot of people, we must understand the situation room and how people must understand the game plan. You see, we must continue in this direction of helping ourselves and trying as much as possible not to underrate the system. So, the whole situation room must be seen as something that is very big. That's the pH someone ever is setting. As we spread across and tell ourselves nothing but the truth, we must understand this game of spreading this whole knowledge wherever the things is. So, as the whole room is becoming more wavy and more productive, people must get to understand the whole system of what it is. And that's the big situation room. So, 1 for 1, 1 for all. Most importantly, the Organization of the United Nations has now agreed to play the redeemable laws of what must happen. So, now that someone ever has exposed these people and made them understand the negativity of what they have done, there must be maximum understanding that playing games and trying to make it look as if things should not happen properly must be reconsidered. And that's the biggest game. So victory is being spread all along, and so much will be made to happen. So, as we spread this victory and make it make sense, let's equally understand that these games is 1 for 1 and 1 for all. We must continue in this path which everyone knows. The funny thing here is very simple. Yesterday, an Aboki posted on Twitter that 50 of his brothers were buried in Kankara. Maybe 50 of his brothers, farmers, by the Fulani herdsmen. And yet, what they were discussing in the House of Assembly was Simon Ekpa, how to bring him back. You see, the politicians of Nigeria do not really care about who is dying in Nigeria. They don't give a talk. They don't give a talk about it. The most important thing is how they will capture Simon Ekpa, because he's about to, in their statement that he wants to corrupt the heart of the youth. But Simon Ekpa is not corrupting the heart of the youth. Rather, he's telling the youth what to do to regain their grounds. People can eventually stop dying at every given moment. But no, they know that people can stop dying, but they prefer Nafana Fuzu all the time. I don't really know these politicians where they sold their soul, because I'm not sure they sold it to the devil. They didn't sell it to Lucifer. They sold it to another demon that enjoys seeing humans crying and shedding tears all the time. But truth be told, we have come to realization, and we have come to conclusion that everything must be done in a proper way. And that's where the situation must be. So, as victory is engaging with full force, as victory is coming back with full restoration, we must understand this full knowledge of what we are doing, of the things we have done so far. And that is going to be a point of declaration. Biafra must stand strong and support their own. Now that everybody is calling that they should arrest Simon Ekpa, if they do it, if I name it or not, that battle na Biafra land in full force, most of you will cry. Everything must be considered as a big deal. It's a very, very big deal. That's what the situation must be. As we are now riding for a feasible world and a promotion that has to do with winning at all time, let's understand how the game has changed. As we make forward more expositions and make forward more victory, everything will be registered before we know it. So let them face their terms. It is what they invited. It is what they will get.